Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today in this session. We will be discussing how to rebuild confidence and resilience in children. Building confidence and resilience in children is simple, but at the same time, not easy. Not easy because it's not difficult, not easy because we need patience. To be able to build the confidence and resilience in them, we have to be patient ourselves. And being educators or being parents, many times we lose our patience because life is not easy and we have so many other responsibilities to look after and to do. So today we are going to discuss simple tools, simple details that will help us to calm ourselves and then to be able to deal with the children. And we're basically covering in these sessions that we've done so far, we're covering children, like young children, 3-4 years old to 7, because we said this is the most important period of the life of the human being to become and create the personality. And 7 to, let's say, 15, 16, up to 18 with the current generation is different level of handling with them, because their mind becomes different, the way they think is different, the way they behave is different. So we will cover both. So please, if I talk in any division, any section about one age and I don't talk about the other, and you would like to know about the other age, please just remind me, because when I start talking, I forget what I'm saying. Deal? So why do we want to help children to rebuild confidence and resilience? In one way, it's good for us, because when the kids are confident and they know how to run their lives and how to do things, we have peace of mind ourselves. And we are happy that we participated and helped them to grow and to be good human beings, that we all aspire to have that. So whether educators, even they are not your own children, but you have a strong, very, very, very strong influence on them. So I always like to emphasize on this, how teachers, how important they are in the life of the students. I still remember my teachers who had bad influence on me and who had positive influence on me. Bad means negative, not bad in the sense of bad. So we know that we send our children to school, and we chose the school for many reasons, because we want to give our children certain education, we want them to learn. Actually, parents these days, they send the kids to school thinking they will come back like totally, educated, mannered, everything. And then usually if they come and they do something bad at home, they say, you're learning this at school, which is true. Sometimes they learn from their friends, not from the teachers, obviously, though also a teacher who reacts a lot in the class has a really strong influence on the students. I'm not blaming, I'm just pointing facts, okay? And we will fix this. We're not fixing anything. We will share some tools that you can all use. Even you can use with your own family, like extended family, okay? Nephews, nieces, and so on. As we all like to know about the studies that are done in the big universities, I like Harvard. I always like to read about the researches that Harvard does, especially in the development of the children. What they say is the result of the researches they've done is the children, they build resilience through supportive relationships, emotional safety, and stable environment. We will talk a little bit in details about these in the next slides. And children are not born resilient alone. They are getting to that level with the connection, with the guidance from the adults that they live with. It could be the parents, it could be the grandparents, it could be the aunties, the uncles, whoever they live with in their home. They are the adults that are affecting this child. So let's say the parents are separated and the child live with one of the parent. And let's say their grandmother is at home or their auntie or whoever. These people who live with them in the home, they are the most influential on them. So when we talk about this, we are mainly focused on them. The extended family always has an effect, always, but not as much as the one that we live with them on a daily basis. Because what creates the personality, what creates the person or the child to be angry or to be kind or to be soft, is what they see every day in the house, not in the neighbors, because they learn from all of this. But the stronger effect is the people who they live with. It is important to know that one of these adults that the child live with should be supportive. And most families in our Arab culture, they do this. The mom is strict, the dad is soft. The dad is strict, the mom is soft, or the opposite. Or both parents are strict, grandma who lives there is the soft one. And this is the right way. We did it intuitively, we did it like basic instinct, we all did that. But this is Harvard. They are confirming that. So whatever we did as parents to be strict or discipline the kids, the other parent was the I don't want to use the difficult one and the soft one. So Harvard is confirming that one adult in the house that is giving the support to the child is already enough. One of them. Emotional connection, we know from ourselves. If you don't feel connected to at least one person in your life, a friend, a cousin, anyone, one person at least in our lives that we don't feel connected to emotionally, we feel we're alone. No matter how successful we are, no matter what we achieve in life, no matter what we do, if we don't have one person in our lives that we feel connected to, that we can share our pain and our joy with them, we feel we are alone, and that will actually create a lot of sadness, and sadness will create other problems, and then all these emotions become physical, and the physical become illness, and illness is a big thing. So the same it is for us, it's applicable on the kids. They need to feel emotionally connected to the parents, at least one of them. It is important to have for both, but if it's not available, then at least one parent or one adult to feel connected to emotionally. Stability, it means when they have a routine. We're going to talk a little bit more in details about them. I'm just giving you a hint here. They want to have a routine. They want to feel that every day we have the same thing: sleeping time, eating time, studying time, going out time, all of this. And the opportunity to learn from mistakes. It means when they do a mistake or they break something, we don't jump into punishment, especially the little ones. We don't jump into punishment. We teach them that it's okay, you broke this now, next time be careful. Next time don't do this. And talking about this, my son just showed up. Hi, thank you for, and I was going to talk about the example. He loves football, so he used, and hi Eva. He used to love football, and I'm at work in the afternoon, he's playing football at home, which was not allowed, but since I'm not home, so he can play football. So I bought a big crystal, like this big stone, and I had it at the entrance of the house. I came home, and before I came home, he warned me. He said, "Mom, the crystal fell. I was playing football, but it didn't break. It went into pieces, but it was still glued. Like it didn't break fully, but when I touched it, it's like all cracked. So it was like one big piece, it became maybe 10 pieces. So he prepared me before I came home. When I got home to see it, he said, I just shot the ball and it hit it, it fell, but it didn't break. I said, okay, next time. And usually I'm not calm. I would scream, I would shout at him, don't play football here. I don't know that day why I was calm. I said, okay, next time you don't play football here. Deal, deal. He still played football when I'm not home. Welcome. Emotional regulation skills, this is, we're going to talk more in details about it. Are you happy with Harvard studies that they are confirming what we already do naturally and without even studying and without any skills, especially for this? The family becomes the child's first emotional mirror. We are the mirror for them. They look at us, how they see us behaving in the home. This is how they become. If we are nervous all the time, if we scream all the time, if we shout all the time, if we are not available, all of this is going to affect them. So the best way, I always say, if you want to teach your child how to brush their teeth, we're talking about the little ones, you brush your teeth in front of them. If you want to teach them how to eat, you eat in front of them, because they are like a sponge, especially, you know, up to 7 years old, they are like a sponge. Whatever you do, they copy you. And they love to copy, especially boys, they want to copy dad, girls, they want to copy moms. And I'm sure those who have girls, the daughter will wear the shoes and walk in the house with her mom's shoes. My daughter did that. All daughters, they do this. Boys, they want to be like dad. So when you want them to learn good habits, behave it in front of them. I'm going to go directly to the exercises to show you what can be done in simple steps. The study also of Harvard says 60% of children exposed to prolonged stress may exhibit behaviors indicating they are stuck in survival mode, highlighting the importance of emotional support and healing intervention. The word healing here, it means being present, being there, being understanding, hold their hands, hug them, especially the kids, even the teenagers. A hug is a healing, it's a medicine, especially for kids. When they do something bad, when they do something negative, I don't want to use the word bad, when they do something negative, when you hug them, it doesn't mean you are rewarding them. First, you explain to them, and then you put them, the kids, the little ones, you put them on your lap and you hug them. This way, you're making them feel safe, and you explain to them what is the mistake they've done. Now, teachers, you cannot hug children at school. I know it's not allowed, but at least you understand. And I will repeat this, that I mentioned it in all the sessions we've been doing the past few months. Very important, you go to the level of the kids. So you sit on, you go on your knees, or you just go to their level. If they're sitting on the chair or on the floor, you have to be eye to eye level to talk to them. The teenagers, same, you need to be on their eye level to be able to listen to you. Otherwise, they will not. They will hear you, but they will not listen. They know you're talking, they see your mouth, they hear your voice, but nothing, they're not assimilating anything. Very, very important to communicate with them face to face, eye to eye, so they can understand what you are saying. This is very important. Even for us adults, sometimes we hear someone talking to us, but we don't assimilate it, we don't grasp everything because we're not paying attention. So imagine 60%, this is a huge percentage that kids are exposed to stress on a daily basis, that it's going to affect them highly in their performance at school, if they are in the sports activities, in their friendship, in everything. Oops, sorry. Hugging, 6 seconds. I don't like to mention the time because it's each person different. Some people, they need a whole minute to feel safe, to feel good. You can feel it, but because when you're touching the child, when you're holding them, you will feel when they start calming down, because you will feel you're hugging them, so you feel it in your hands. It's very important. You're not doing it as artificially, or just, you know, to feel. If you do it just for them to feel better, they will not feel better because they feel it. that communication, the body language between you and them is much stronger than anything else. You can just hug them, do nothing, say nothing, just hug them. You can even close your eyes and you will feel it. When you feel like their muscles, their body is relaxing, you know that you can tell them. And actually, mentioning this, when people like want to hug, and they feel sometimes, even friends, when you hug them, they just do this for you on the shoulders or on the back. When they do this, they are not really hugging you. They are nervous, and they are not connecting. It's just they're doing this as like social thing, whatever, but they are nervous and you are not receiving a good vibe, they are not receiving good vibe. So children are more sensitive to our touch more than the adults, because the moment you hold them, they will calm down. Again, I'm gonna give example about my son. He was 6 or 7 years old. He wanted to go sleep over at his friend. I refused it. And he got upset. He wanted to go, and I said, no sleepover at this particular friend. So he sat on the floor, he was crying, and he started telling me, I hate you, mommy. I said, I love you. He said, I hate you, mommy. I said, I love you. And then I hugged him. He said, I hate you, mommy. He was crying, I hate you. And then he said, I love you, mommy. After, I don't know how many seconds that hug was. But kids really respond easily to because genuinely, I wanted him to feel good. I didn't want him to feel the pain that I'm not allowing him to go sleep at his friend. So he melted. I hate you, mommy. I hate you, crying. And then I said, I love you, mommy. I said, I love you too. And then, subject closed. He went to his room and he was playing, and things cleared. So it's very important to do genuinely that step so they can feel safe, they can feel recognized, and they can feel supported. I think I skipped one slide. 1 second. Yes, I had the feeling there is something missing there. So actually, I gave you the example already about this. When a child is angry, and this is exactly what happened. He was so angry at me because he was not allowed to go to sleep over. He withdrew. He sat like this exactly, actually. He hid on the balcony and he sat like this. And he was worried, like, what's going to happen? And what I did, actually, I reversed this completely by hugging him and by telling him I love him. So again, from Harvard University, Dr. Bruce Perry, he explains this by saying, don't say what's wrong with this child, whether a girl or a boy, what's wrong with them, they're behaving like this, they're doing this, they are breaking stuff, they are doing things. We just ask what happened to him, like what he is feeling in that moment. So because their mind functions differently, for them, when you don't allow them to do things or they do something you don't agree to, for them, it's like, my mom doesn't love me, my dad doesn't love me, whoever is not allowing them to do things. So in their mind is, they don't love me, they don't allow me to do, they don't want me, I'm rejected, they don't want this. They don't think you're doing this for their own good, you're doing this because you want the best for them. They don't think this way, they think completely different. Their mind functions completely different than ours. So how confidence is built? And obviously, it's not born, because we need to teach them. As we said, the way we teach them to eat, to drink, to put on their shoes, to put on their clothes, to shower, all of this, the way we teach them all these basic things, we are going to teach them also the behavior, how to feel good, how to feel safe, how to feel loved. And these are by us being present with them, by being calm. So when something happens and they do something naughty, as we say, in the house or with their friends, or they hit their friends, or they hit their siblings, all of these are things that we need to discipline. We explain to them. But if you shout back at them and you create more negative response to them, they will not understand after that if you're explaining to them why. First, you need to calm yourself. That's the first step. And second is you start explaining to them. And very important, when they do something, even if they didn't do well, You encourage them. Let's say they're painting or they're doing some coloring or whatever. If they did, and most kids, they don't know how to do it. And they color, let's say, outside the design. They don't know. They are learning. We all also didn't know that. Handwriting was terrible. I have a bad handwriting until now. My children both have a bad handwriting. I was always telling them because I had bad handwriting and they couldn't do any. Actually, not true. My daughter has a good handwriting. It's me and my son who write like doctors. We were supposed to be doctors, apparently. So I never got upset because they didn't color inside. They would always color outside the line. You just tell them, it's nice, next time do inside. And the more you do this, the more you're encouraging them. We think kids have to be punished to improve. It's completely the opposite. That will put them down and they will not be motivated to change it or to improve it or to work on themselves. I'd like to share a short story. When I was in grade, the grading in Lebanon is different. I was in high school. And I came home excited and happy. I'm the second we are like three sections, 3 classes. I came second, and we used to have like a bulletin every month. They will put the first, the second, and the third student. And I came home excited and happy. I'm the second. So my mom was, well done, well done. When your dad comes, show him. So my dad's sitting, eating. He came in the afternoon. So I said, Dad, I'm the second at school. My name is here. And I showed him, so excited, my name is second. He looked at it. He said, second, and you're happy? You're excited about it? I thought you're going to tell me I'm the first on the whole school. You should be first and then come to me and tell me that. I was so sad. I became all red. I was so sad, like my heart closed. I took it, I went inside, going from the balcony where he was sitting to my room. I was just saying, I will never be second, I will never be third, and I will never be first, and I don't want it. And I never did. Like I made that confirmation to myself that day, that promise, that if I'm the second and he's not happy, he will never be happy, I will not. And seriously, I never got that third or second or first. I decided not to. So what we tell our children as parents, as adults, as teachers is very, very important. Either we encourage them or we demotivate them for life. So this was, for me, a lesson that, I mean, of course, I forgot it after that. I never thought about it. But the more I'm studying this and the more I'm talking to people, the more I'm realizing, oh my God, how many things happened as a child for me that it reflected in my life in later ages. Don't tell my dad the story. He forgot it, by the way. If I tell him you said that, he would say, no, 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 I never told you that. You misunderstood it. So look at, I like this picture of the grandma supporting the kid here. These are just visuals to help you connect and to feel like how simple steps can really support the kids. And it's important, as we said, because kids learn from us, if you give them support every single time that they did something, you explain to them and you tell them it's okay to make mistake, it's okay you broke this, next time be careful, don't do this, and you explain why it's not good to break and to do certain things. That repeated behavior with them, they feel safe, they feel connected, they know that it's okay, because we all in our business life, in our career, we all made mistakes. And if a mistakes happen and we take it negative and we don't want to work again or do something to improve it, then we're doomed. How we're gonna progress in life? And people who are not courageous enough to move from one job to another, or ask for promotion, or try to do their own business. They have ideas, they have brilliant ideas, but they're always scared to take action, always scared to do something. These people, these adults, as kids, they were scared. They were not supported emotionally. They didn't have the support system to tell them it's okay to make a mistake. They're scared of the judgment of people, and they're scared of making mistakes. And the more they're scared of making mistakes, they will not achieve anything beyond what they are. They would have the hope, or they would have the wish, they would have the interest, but they will not achieve it because the fear is always stronger, because they grew up fearing of making mistakes. So it's very important, if you want your child to be successful, to be doing things, encourage them to make the mistakes, and then help them to understand why the mistakes and how it can be fixed. Any questions so far? Encourage them to make mistakes? Yes, but not. It's a very thin line here with this. Not encourage them to make mistakes, correct the mistakes for them, and saying, if you made, not do mistakes, but when they do the mistake, you explain to them how this mistake affecting them and what they should do. But not, I don't mean in the sense like encourage them to make the mistakes, encourage them in the sense that to try new things, exactly. Because if they are punished for making a mistake, they will not be able to repeat it. They will be scared to do anything, to move forward in anything. Did I answer it? Give me more example. What is the negative behavior?
I mean,
First, how old is the child?
like at primary ages, like
Okay.
6, 5. In the negative behaviors, like hitting siblings, smaller, like that. If, for example, I ask them several times, not do that. It's okay if it is by accident. It's okay, but don't repeat it. And so next time they do it again, again.
So you need to look at why it is happening, because siblings, they're usually jealous from each other, especially the elder is jealous from the younger. That's always the case, any nationality, any environment, anything. Always the older sibling is jealous from the younger, because as parents, we usually give more the younger usually cuter, they're still young, the older supposedly should understand more. And the more you give them that vibe, the more you give them this feel, the more they're jealous from their siblings. And they hit them because they're jealous from them, because they think in their mind, mom loves her or him more than me. That's always what goes in their mind, nothing else. If you tell them your sister is younger, don't hit her, or your brother is younger, don't hit him, they feel you are giving them priority over them, and they will hit them because they're angry. The anger is that creates this hitting. So what you need to do, you will put her or him on your lap, not when they're hitting immediately, after that, or even before. Like when you are sitting calm, there is nothing, they're not hitting each other, you put on your lap facing you, and then you explain to him or to her why it's not good to hit a sibling or not a sibling. So you don't give them it's only not good to hit your sibling, you're not allowed or not good to hit anyone, because hitting, they will have pain. Do you want anyone to hit you also? Because that will give you pain. You could scratch them, you could have this, you could have that. And you explain to them, it's actually depending on how you communicate with them in general. So you can hug them and you tell them you love them. They want to hear this. We parents, we say, of course, my children know that I love them, but in their mind, no. In their mind, if you gave one piece of chocolate to one and smaller to the other, they will see it. They will look at it. You don't pay attention, they pay attention. So it's very important to hug them, as we said. I don't know if you were here when we said that. You hug them fully, and eye to eye, you explain to them that it's not good to hit anyone, not only the sibling, no friends, no one at all. Hitting is bad. We are not good. It's not good to do that. And I love you so much. And you are my kids. They used to, both of them. I have a daughter and a son. He always told me, you love my sister more than me. She always told me, you love him more than me. So they always felt like I love the other person more. I was giving the attention and the care for both of them, but each one will think that I love the other person more, because this is how siblings are. And as parents, we cannot not do things differently with each one, because each one, they have their own personality. They were born at a time you were different. Even you are the same mom and the same dad, when they were born, and even better, when they were conceived, you were not the same person. So when they are in your life, you are dealing with them differently, no matter what. Whether they are two girls or two boys or two different boy or girl, you are dealing with each one differently, because you are a different person. From the time, unless they are twins, that's a different story. Unless they are twins, then yes, it's the same. But also there is a little bit difference with that. So it's very important to tell the person, the child that is aggressive and hitting, that you love them so much, and you will always love them forever. No matter what they do, no matter what, if they behave or not behave, you will love them. That will give them peace of mind, and they will feel loved. When they feel loved, you gained. You get anything from them.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I would like to teach you something that I love, I'm very fond of, and this is the practice that I do all the time. It's something that we are all born with. It's our innate wisdom, is how we are all born with this knowledge that God gave us when we were born with. So I wrote this just for me to remind me what I want to teach you. So for kids like let's say 0 to 7, you teach them to hold their thumb, and the thumb and here. So even if like if they're nervous, if they don't sleep easily, you can sit next to them and you do this. That will help them to calm down and to sleep, because this is connected to our nervous system. I'm going to show you a few more steps related to this that you can do, even yourself. It can help you if you have insomnia, if you feel nervous, if you don't feel settled. And this actually helps to regulate the nervous system completely. Later on, we're going to talk how much important to have the nervous system calmer. But I'm going to teach you now to reduce the talking a little bit so you can connect. And these particular steps will help you also. It will nurture all your organ system. This is how our body is connected through the nervous system, which we have the nerve, the vagus nerve, and this is connecting all the organs through that. Okay, so I'll show you the steps. So you will put your left hand. Let's practice it. It's a little bit difficult, the first step, because you're sitting on the chair. But let's practice it a little bit so you can feel it. You put left hand at the back, at the last, on the tailbone. So left hand, let's do all. Left hand on the tailbone. And right hand, you put it on your right ankle, the inner ankle. Yes, on the ankle below. And when you sit at home and you're relaxed on the sofa or in bed, practice it, and you will see, you might sleep actually doing these steps. So the right hand on the ankle, the left hand stays at the back. Then we move it from here, we put it on the opposite rib cage, the bone here, that's the rib cage. If you do these steps for your kids, they will sleep the whole night. If you do it before, when they are in bed, before they sleep, the kids like 0 to 7, it takes 1 minute each step. For adults, you do it longer, 5 minutes each step. And then you remove from the back, from the tailbone to the chest. So you're like crossing your hands, little bit lower. Yeah, to the side, exactly. And this stays here, and then you move this from here, you put it on the collarbone. So you have the bone here of the neck, the collarbone, you just put it under here. This flow will regulate all your nervous system, for yourself, for your kids, for anyone. This will help you sleep. It will nurture all your organ system. Like we have major 12 organ in our body. This is nourishing to all the 12 organs. And as you know, nervous system means all the wires in the body. You know, like we have a DB, the electricity DB with all the cables. This is our DB. It will balance everything. So the more you do this, the more you practice it on yourself, the more you're calmer. And the more you teach it to your kids, the more also you can teach them to do it themselves. You can have it let them sit and do play at school. Teachers, you can do this easily for them. When they are like doing, so we said for teachers, when kids are making noise in class and they're not sitting, you ask them to sit on their hands. That will calm them down. But if you have time to play, you can do this. This will really calm the whole class. And not only temporarily, because sitting, it's going to be temporary, the few minutes that they're sitting, and maybe 15, 20 minutes later. This one, it will harmonize their whole nervous system all the time. So I would highly recommend you do this. Do you like it? Or is it difficult? You forgot it. They will... It's 5 steps. Okay, where are the team? I'll repeat it quickly. You can take video. Okay. So we put, are you ready? So we put left hand on the tailbone and the right hand on the inner ankle of the right hand, of the right foot. And we move this to the opposite rib cage. Then from the tailbone to the opposite chest. I did something wrong. And then to the collarbone, the dent in the collarbone. There is like a hole here. You put the hand here. And all of this with shoulders relaxed. Don't do this. Just keep your shoulders relaxed. That's it. Simple. You're welcome. One more step I would like to teach you. It's different, different than this. Is the note I put for myself is related to the fear, and because most children have fear, and especially when they do something bad, if they break something, if they hit their friends or their siblings, they do it, but they are still scared. And especially if the adult sees them that they did that, they're really worried. Again, it's not only for that. They're scared from the exams. They're scared from whatever scares them. Sometimes they see a shadow, they're scared. Sometimes they have their own imagination because, as we know, all kids, they see things that we don't see. So they are scared most of the time. So one good step to do is, again, simple. Also, every step I teach you for the children, you can practice it yourself, because all of these are for us as human, connecting to our body, to the points in our body that will calm our system. So you put your right hand on the inner thigh. Again, we're crossing. So right hand on the inner thigh of the left leg. And the left hand, we put it at the back on the waist, at the back. So I will stand to show you like this. So we're crossing both hands. When we cross our hands, it means we are correcting the flow in our body. So left hand on the, and you can cross, you can do the opposite. So you can put the left hand here and the right hand on the waist at the back, the left side. So if you can't do this, which I did, like this, you can do this one. Okay, depending on how flexible your shoulders are. I'll give you more steps later on. Let me see if I have here to... So we talked about the spleen. Let me tell you the steps so we don't forget it later on. There are a lot of children who get sick when they are in the car. You know, like they start vomiting. Many children have this, and even... okay. Your son, he gets sick?
Yes, always, every day.
Okay. So now you will learn what you can do. So this is for sickness motion. So you hold your arm like this, and the other hand you put it on the rib cage. Rib cage is though this bone here, the big. So you put your hand here and like this. The moment you get in the car, and don't look down and don't look at your mobile and not at your tablet or PSP if it's still available. There's still PSP in the market? No, my son had it. So don't look down playing with any device. You need to sit and look outside from the balcony, from the window. And so hand here, and then the other hand on the arm. This will stop the motion, the sickness motion. Or you do the other side. So you can do both, few minutes here, few minutes here. So you put one hand here, one hand here. At the same time, this step, not only for that, this step is actually to clear the mind. It will help them to clear the mind and to digest. Usually kids, because they didn't digest, because they're worried all the time, most of the time, their digestive system is very slow. And so usually if they eat and go in the car, he still didn't digest because of the worry. So this will calm the worry. And when the worry is calmer, like no more worry, then that will stop. But if he does it even before going in the car, few minutes, it will stop. Okay, so this is also to clear their mind and to clear the worry, to clear the foggy mind also. Any questions about this part? Teachers, is this helpful for you?
Early in the morning time, usually before coming to school, to the classroom, they have this problem when they board the buses. Usually
okay.
they start vomiting.
Wow, okay. So actually, this is good to start the class with this for
Yes.
everyone. So you can ask them to do this. And actually for digestion also, you can ask them to hold the thumb because that will help the stomach to calm down, and to sit on the hands. When they sit on the hands, that also will improve their metabolism. So instead of the food coming up, it will be digested.
Okay.
So that's, if you start your class with this, it would be better.
Thank you.
So we said earlier how adults and especially parents are mirrors for their children. They copy us with everything when they are kids. And as we said, the boys like to be like their dad and girls like their moms. One more. So we talked about how to calm the nervous system with that flow I showed you. I wanted to talk about walking bare feet, how important it is, and how important it is to walk in nature. Unfortunately, now in Dubai, the weather is really warm and it's not easy to do that. But still, maybe early morning at the beach is possible, or in the evening. But again, what we're studying here or talking about here, it's not for now, it's for life. Like you can use it anytime. Walking bare feet is very important. I never liked it for me or for my kids to walk bare feet. But the more I'm learning how important it is, we say because we don't want them to, to have dirty feet or to have thick skin or whatever. But the power of this is very important. It grounds them. It means they are not floating in their mind, not like, especially now with all the social media and the TV and the series they watch, even the kids, they have all these cartoons and they watch for hours. And kids now, if they don't watch, they're upset. So you like to get rid of it, like, okay, yalla, go watch another half an hour, another 10 minutes, another 10 minutes. And this another 10 minutes goes maybe another hour. Because they're in the mind all the time, when they walk bare feet, means no socks even, just bare feet at home, in the garden is even better. Again, we said it's hot now, they will not be able to do this, but when you get the chance to take them to the beach or to the park, and if the park is risky to walk, they can just stand on the grass bare feet. It's very, very important, as I said, not only for them, for us also, because it let us become present and then not in the mind anymore. So for adults, because we think all the time of today, of tomorrow, of our kids, of the future, of everything, we are always in the mind. Putting the feet on the floor for half an hour every day without any socks, that will ground us, will make you present. For kids, they will stop being agitated and will stop it's like actually detoxing their mind from all the information that they are absorbing through the cartoons or whatever they are watching. These 2 steps that I wanted to teach you about, where I wrote 2 steps, main central, this is also to help you calm down when there is something happening at home, or when you want to sleep, or when you just want to sit, have coffee. Do this step like this. The step is right hand on top of the head, left hand on the forehead, and then the second step on the nose. This will calm you, will ground you, will help you to be present, and it will actually connect you to yourself. So when you do this, you will start feeling and remembering things. Just observe it and then move to the next step, and that will help you to sleep also. It will help you to calm down and to sleep. Walking in nature, I mean, everybody I think knows that. When bravo, right hand on top. Put your right hand on top. Does he know which one is the right hand? Bravo. Good. And this way you will sleep and you will be relaxed. So right hand on top of the head, left hand on the forehead. And you can rest your arms, your elbows on the pillows around you. And then the next step is here. It's actually more. I'll teach you the whole thing. Second step here. Third step on the V-neck, then on the chest, then on the sternum, the bone here and the sternum, then below the belly button, then lower than that. That will help you relax and sleep. So these steps, you can help them before they sleep, before they have exams for schools also. You can ask them to do these before the exams. I mean, you have kindergarten for those who are a little bit older, but so they have no exams. But you can inform your colleagues to help, because that, I mean, each teacher I know wants the students to have all good grades. So the more you help them to regulate their nervous system to be present, the more they have good results. And obviously during emotional meltdown, that's amazing. When you have a problem with the kids and they're hitting each other or doing something, you just let them sit and hold the thumb, and then you can explain to them. While you're explaining to them and they're holding their thumb, they will be calmer, because this will calm them immediately, especially little ones. Look how cute this is. This is the best exercise for us and for kids. It calms the nervous system, it builds emotional awareness, helps before sleep or after meltdown, and it practices mindfulness together with the mom or with the dad or with the person they live with. I think we spoke about all of this. So one more exercise. I think most of you are here for the exercises more than the talk. So one more exercise that is very, very important to calm ourselves first, and then to calm them, is the breathing balloon. Breathing balloon is because we all learn to breathe the opposite way, because this reduces the stress and reduces the tension that we are feeling. So you put your hand on your belly button, and you inhale by inflating your diaphragm. So usually everybody, we inhale, we suck in our stomach, and then we exhale like this. This is the opposite. This is you inhale with inflating your diaphragm, and then you exhale by bringing it in, exhaling it all. And the more you exhale with a sigh, the better. So I teach this to children and people who have panic attacks. That's the first thing you do if you have a panic attack. Because when the person is having panic attack, the breath is shallow, they start breathing fast, and they start worrying and scared, they don't know what's happening. The first thing to do, sit, put the hand here, because that will help you to feel your diaphragm, your stomach. So you inhale and exhale with a sigh 2 times or 3 times, but very, very, very slowly. That will calm the nervous system immediately. It also helps to, before you want to sleep, before you want to do presentation, before you want to have a talk, before anything that makes you nervous. This is very, very, very practical exercise that also you can do it anytime, anywhere. And the more you teach it to the children, the more they play, because it's a game for them. They love to do it. And usually every child I taught this, they do it fast. Like, I did it. It's not that. They have to do it really, really slowly. So you teach them to practice it very slowly, because the result is from breathing slowly and exhaling slowly, but exhaling like with a sigh. Okay? We spoke about this, I guess. Very important to calm ourselves before we want to communicate with them, before we want to explain to them. And the mother here, next time, you tell them always about the next time. We can do this, we can do that, we will try this, we will experience that, and so on. So again, according to Harvard, connection strengthen emotional resilience for more effective than fear-based parenting. And look how they put the brain. When there is connection and resilience, look how the brain is complete and then shining, and fear breaks the brain. Not literally, but there would be like separation in the brain. And separation means in their adult life, they will have difficulty communicating with others. They will have difficulty having friends. They will have difficulty connecting at work, which means getting promotion, improving this and improving that. So it is very important to help them feel safe, so they all feel safe to express themselves when they are older. The power of listening, we talked about them, how important to have the eye contact with them. When they want to tell you something that happened with them, it's very important that you don't interrupt them. We all do this. They're saying something, and then we want to say something. So it's important that when they want to tell you the story that happened with them, you listen to them fully, even if they are, saying things that are not important. Still, let them talk, let them express themselves. If they say something, they're angry, you say, yes, I understand you're angry, but we will find a solution for this. Most important, not to judge them, because when you start telling them because of this and you did this, and like the judgment you teach them, by telling them for them, they will have fear of judgment later on. And it will affect their career, it will affect, because they will always have fear of people, what people will say. And this, what people will say, killed us all, I'm sure. We all went through this, that we cannot do something because what people will say. We do things for our own, for ourselves, but as children, if we are always compared by our cousins, our siblings, our this, that will create the judgment, and our fear from this will be in the future affecting our career and our work. And very important to listen without immediately fixing, because we listen, let them express, especially the older one, like teenager, let them say everything they want. And then later on, you tell them, okay, I heard you now. I know you're saying this. I understand how you feel. Let's find a solution for this. When you tell them, let's find, they don't feel you're teaching them and you're lecturing them and you're telling them, we find the solution. The more you tell them we, the more they are receptive and they are willing to learn what you want to teach them, and what you are still teaching them. They're not coming up with the solution. You are telling them. But when you say, let's find the solution now, or what do you want me to do? Let's say there is an issue at school. They hit each other. The school called you. You need to go to school and all of that. You tell them, I'm sure when they know that they are in detention or something happened, so they will tell you what's going on with them. This is where you will tell them, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to go talk to the teacher? Do you want me to tell them this? Let them tell you what they like. You still not are going to do what they want. You will do what you find it proper and feasible, but you give them the chance to say what they want, because you want to understand what is exactly, especially the kids that they are bullied. All kids that they are bullied, they tell you, no, please don't tell the school. All of them. Because they're scared that they will be bullied even more if they are punished or disciplined by the school. So they will tell you, no, 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 don't. Let them tell you what it is. You still do the right thing yourself because you are the adult, you know what to do. But let them express it, let them tell them, let them explain to you what they want. And based on that, you know how to take the action in this regard. And this is not applicable only for problem at school, for problem with their friends, with their siblings, and so on. Could be sometimes with a parent, like one of the parents, they have a problem with the parent, so the other parent has to be the wise one that takes the connection, not the connection, makes the connection with the child to fix the situation between the other parent and the child. Not working. Yeah. I hope I didn't skip. Is this working? I think we spoke about all these details, the calm voice, grounding, sitting and doing the breath work together, physical reassurance, as we said, we hug them, we sit with them. It's very important. And the important part, which we didn't talk about, is the predictable routine, especially the young ones. It's important for them to know every day what time they should eat, what time they will sleep, what time they will shower, what time they will study, because that will give them, for their nervous system, it will give them peace. It's like they don't like, in general, kids don't like things unpredictable and surprises. Like, not suddenly, now you go to bed. They need to know, like, every day at this time we go to bed. Every day at this time we do this. The more there is routine, it's for them safety. It's something that they get used to it, and then it doesn't scare them anymore. They're not panicking that something new every day will be. So the more you give them routine, the better. Again, routine doesn't have to be every year the same, because their age changing, and then their requirement will be different. So you can say, let's say every 3 months, they have a different routine. And the more you put them in this routine, the better they are performing, the better they are resting and relaxing. I'm jumping. I'm talking about the things before we open the slide. It's getting stuck. Uh, Okay, it's fine. I want to talk about this one a little bit. So, as we said, resilience is not building through pressure. It is built through love, safety, support, and connection. And this way, the child will feel emotionally safe by feeling confident, by having emotional strength, healthy identity. Healthy identity means they feel like they're loved, they're supported, they're at home with the family, with the siblings, and greater ability to overcome life challenges. This is when you are fixing things with them. We are explaining to them without shouting, without screaming, explaining to them different scenarios to certain situations. They feel like they can overcome any challenge. Every calm response, supportive word, and moment of presence helps shape the future of a child. One of the important routine that you can create for the children, which I also created with my children, is daily, if possible, if not at least weekly, family gathering, eating together. It is very, very important to create that. In my case, I couldn't do it daily. I used to do it every week. Every Friday, when Friday was our weekend, every Friday was our time together with my children. So we would have a late breakfast together because they like to sleep in the morning, or we have lunch. And we sit, we chat, we talk after that for another 2-3 hours. So this was the time where I wanted to instill in them any value I wanted to teach them, any lesson I wanted them to learn, any discussion. We used to talk about things when I was a kid. We used to talk about everything. Like, we share, every one of us, we share a lot of information, ideas. We talk about things. Sometimes I used to tell them about my business. I would explain to them things are happening in the business. So they knew things about my work. They didn't have the capacity to understand any of it fully, but I used to share with them this just to communicate, just to create bonding, and we have this communication. So having at least once a week family time is super important for them and for you, because this is the time. My daughter once told me, "Mom, not every time we sit, you're going to give us a moral lesson." I said, I will. This is the time that I can give you this moral lesson, not on the phone and not when I'm leaving or you're sleeping. This is the time. I will teach you whatever I want to teach you. You take whatever you want and you forget the rest. They didn't forget them. They took them, luckily. So please create this bond with them by having a weekly meal together. It can be at home, it can be at the park, it can be at a restaurant, anywhere, but create that routine with them. They will be very happy with it. And by the way, we used to put all the phones on the side, turning the phone, all of us, and nobody will touch the phone while we are sitting chatting. No one. Whoever calls us, we don't. Rarely, sometimes we say, "Hi, sorry, I can't talk to you now. I'm busy." My kids did that. I didn't answer my phone. They would say, "I'm busy now with my mom and sister. I'll call you later." Or my daughter would say the opposite. And we made it our time. And it's very important, especially now every kid has a tablet or a phone with them all the time. Really, very important to disconnect and have this family time. In summary, with all what I said, resilience is not built through pressure. It is built through love, safety, support, and connection. A child who feels emotionally safe develops the following: confidence, emotional strength, healthy identity, better relationships, and resilience. No doubt about it at all. Every calm response, supportive word, and moment of presence helps shape the future of a child. Children, they don't want perfect parents. They want available parents, emotionally available parents. So the more you're available to your kids, the more they are successful, the more they feel loved, the more they achieve their wishes and their dreams and their goals. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you benefited from it. Thank you. Would you like to ask me anything? I'm happy to answer any of your questions. Don't be shy, ask anything. Moral, أسوأ.
So just matters of reconciling what you have said on the first of the slide about not telling your kids about or your children about something, just you act and then they follow you.
Yes.
So that was the first slide. The
Yes.
last few slides you mentioned about lecturing or whatever.
Yeah, but
so how we can reconcile being a role model without telling them any orders or questions or lectures, or during family time you give them a little
moral
bit of
lesson. Yeah.
moral lessons.
The first part, what I talked about, thank you. It's really very important. Very good question, actually, and very important to differentiate this. What I talked about at the beginning is when they have a problem, when they create something, when they break something, or they hit someone, the regulation to that, not immediately jumping and screaming and doing that. The regulation and the steps I mentioned is immediately after that issue. So you calm yourself, you sit with them, you talk to them, you explain, and mainly the younger one. This is like we're talking about the kids. The teenager is a little bit different. Teenager is, you cannot talk to them when they're angry because they will not hear a single word. Like I'm working now with teenagers. Oh my God, they do not hear. Like they tell you, my mom said this, my dad said that. I tell them yes, because this, you're defending them. Like even me, I'm working with them to help them, and they jump like, you're defending my dad or you're defending my mom. If they're not calmer, they will not hear you. I promise you. They will not hear a word you say. So that part we talked about at the beginning is during the conflict, during the issue, like when something happens, this is the steps that you take. But when you are a family, having family time, there is no conflict there. You're having a meal, you're talking. I'm telling them as an example, what is the moral lesson? The moral lesson during the family time, let's say, is it's very important that when someone says this to you, you do not react. As an example, you do not react, you do this, you take it this way. And many times I tell them, if your friend does or do something, it doesn't mean the problem is you, the problem is them. Many times people project, almost always, people project their problems at you, their issues at you. So these are the times. Or let's say I want to instill a value of not to lie, let's say, about lying, about what does it mean to lie. It's something that we talk about, or something happened during the week, and I want to tell them about it. So I don't tell them when it happened, because let's say what happens, I was at work and they called me and they said this and this happened. When I came home, they're already sleeping, or there was no chance to talk about it. I talk about it during that family time. So you choose that time to give them the value. It could be value to you, not to in general to anyone. Being honest, being not lying, being how important it is honesty, how important it is transparency, how important to talk to adults, like as your teachers, your grandparents, your this. This is what I'm talking about with the family time. Does it make sense?
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Good. Thank you. It was great to pinpoint this because, people could be confused with this. Any question? My son has no questions for me because he knows it. He experienced it all, the good and the negative and the positive. Yes. Any other questions? The exercises are clear for you. If you need any other exercises, I'm happy to give you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you benefited from this session. I hope these exercises will be practiced regularly so you can really benefit from them. And if you have any questions, you can get in touch with me. All these are my contacts. At any of them, you can get in touch with me. I share a lot on social media. I do a lot of short videos. Actually now not much. I have many videos before, but I'll put new ones soon. You can learn a lot of things about this modality, that you can use your hand and help yourself with many things. Thank you so much again for being here. Thank you.